I think it's important for everyone who goes to see their doctor that they recognize that there's now a whole host of tests, that the purpose is not really for the improvement of the health of the baby, but actually to find out who's abnormal. And many of the prenatal tests that are now done are actually seeking to find the abnormal baby and give you a choice to destroy that baby. Probably the most common test that you're going to hear about and know about is a sonogram or ultrasound test. You know, those tests are done almost ubiquitously now in moms that come in that are pregnant. And that test can be used to identify abnormalities in the baby and can tell you that the baby's healthy and how big the baby is. But it also can be used to look for evidence of specifically, for example, Down syndrome. And when they do the test, they'll specifically do a measurement of the thickness of the neck of the baby called a nuchal translucency. And when that result comes back abnormal, you need to be prepared for someone to tell you, well, your baby has or may have Downs. And the word that's absolutely critical you got to hear is may. When you hear that, you're going to be frightened. And you shouldn't be frightened because the odds are overwhelming your baby's okay. And often what all people hear is that there's something wrong with my baby. And then what the next step will be is they're going to ask you to do some very invasive tests. The two tests, depending on how pregnant you are, will either be a chorionic villus sample or CVS, or another test called an amniocentesis that most people have heard of before. What they won't tell you is that these tests carry with them a risk of killing your baby in about 1 in 200 times. So imagine if I told you I was going to do a test on you, and it's, you know, a really straightforward, simple test, but 1 out of 200 times you're going to die. You might think twice about that test, and indeed, that's the most important message, is that your doctor's going to insist you do it. He's going to say, this is the standard of care, this is what you need to do in the best interest of the baby. That is not in the best interest of the baby. What's in the best interest of the baby is not to do these invasive tests that put the baby at risk and, quite frankly, are more in the interest of the doctors than in you.